Whenever I'm feeling like a little sick or gross, I tend to have like games that I gravitate towards when I want to play something to like calm me down or make me feel all good inside. This is one of them, bro. This is Sonic Mania. Oh my god, say less, bro. This game is and I know on Sonic Twitter and on Sonic community drama, people are like switching up on this game and saying it's the worst piece of shit ever because turns out they had returning zones. I don't know if you know this, guys, right? They have returning zones in this game, and that ruins the whole thing because all the other originality they showed and all the fun level design and everything they added to those returning zones doesn't matter anymore, bro, because it's Chemical Plant again. It's Green Hill again. Obviously, bro, anyone with a brain would realize that that just ruins the entire experience. I don't know if you can tell. I've spent way too much time listening to stupid people. I've spent way too much goddamn time listening to people on the internet when I should just, I could do anything else with my time. But Sonic Mania, I feel a little sick. I don't know if you can tell. I've got a stuffy nose, and I was feeling a little burned out on making a bunch of different videos, and I was like, you know what I need? I need a minute to myself for me and Mania, you know, a little me on Mania time, you know what I'm saying? And I also have some things to get off my chest with it, okay? Specifically, I think community reception for this game, the community switch up on this game, because believe it or not, it's happening. If you're not seeing it, God bless your soul. You are living a better life than I am. But there has been a community switch up on this game. People are starting to say meaner things about it, and that's fine. You know, with time, with age comes room for doubt about things that people initially said. You know, we have examples of that with like Mario Odyssey, where Mario Odyssey came out and people were super happy about it initially, and then, you know, people would talk about their perspectives more in depth, and you would get very nuanced concepts about the game, and you can't really have that initially because everyone's out there sucking that off, you know, and with time comes knowledge, effectively, with video games. With time comes more nuanced perspectives. With time comes better perspectives on games. Usually. But for this game specifically, I think we've seen a very weird switch up on it, where people say that, you know, because Green Hill exists, because you are playing content that, you know, you've seen before in other eras of Sonic, that completely invalidates everything else that this game does right. And I think that's so silly. I think that's so unbelievably silly. The amount of care and love that went into this game is so obvious and so evident, and the actual content that you get, even with the returning content, still feels fresh and fun and unique. And I have gone back and played this game a million times. A trillion times, regardless of the fact that I've also gone back and played Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3 a million trillion times, regardless of the fact that I'm intimately familiar with the original content that they're drawing from. This still provides its own unique flair to it, and then beyond that, you do have the original content in this game, which is fucking incredible, and this game has a lot going for it, right? And yes, I do think returning zones is a little unfortunate. I would have preferred an entirely new experience, but acting like that completely changes the way people perceive this game is nuts, bro. This game is still amazing. This game is still 10 out of 10, one of the best Sonic games you can play, one of the best classic Sonic games you can play. I think switching up on it and being like it's actually terrible and Superstars is better is like, guys, guys, Superstars is all original content. That's true. But if you, like, don't enjoy... This is gonna go in a really weird direction, but stick with me, okay? If you don't enjoy getting fucked in the ass, right? And you've had it happen to you a number of times for whatever reason, and it's happened to you the same way each time, bro. Stick with me. Just because someone comes in and they do it worse in a way that you, like, dislike more, right? But it's just like a new way of getting railed in the... This is not a good example of my brain working at its best. TLDR, just because something is new doesn't mean that it's better. Just because something is original doesn't mean that it's better. If it's not fun, if it's less fun than content that is being ripped from another game, the content that is in the game that is less original is still more fun. if that makes any fucking sense. I know I threw a curveball with that initial analogy, but like if the rest of that analogy makes any sense, fuck yeah, stick with me, bro. I don't know where I was going with that. Like, I had an initial concept, and I was like, I can swing this. I can make this work. My brain is not in tip-top shape. I could not swing it. I could not make it work. Any other day, bro, oh, lock it in, dog. Lock it in. I would have had that on lock. Everybody would have been like, oh my god, wait, listen to him. He's cooking. He's a genius. He's an absolute god amongst men. But that was not... That was not good at all. Anyways, TLDR, Sonic Superstars is not fucking better than this game. Let's simmer. Let's sit down and shut up, bro. Like, we cannot be switching up on this game like this significantly just because Sonic Superstars came out, and yeah, it has more original zones, but like some of the zones are boring, some of the zones fucking suck. Like, cut Mania some slack, bro. Cut Mania some slack. For the era this game came out in, I am surprised we got quality this good, dog, because they were not letting any new concepts touch this franchise. So like, we kind of made out good, bro. we kind of made out pretty good, and I'll take what we got. And I know it's unfortunate to say that, like, we kind of got to put up with some of the bullshit that was happening in the franchise at the time, and it's a little dismissive of the fact that, yeah, having a bunch of returning content that, you know, doesn't really feel unique broadly, I feel like, yeah, that's something that should be talked about, and I think that's something, a valid critique that can be levied against this game. But let's not start pretending that just because content is more unique, it's better. I don't think that it is how that fucking works. If you're gonna look at me and tell me Gold Capital is better from Sonic Superstars, Gold Capital from Sonic Superstars is fucking better than Green Hill Zone in this game just because, well, at least that's original, I'm actually gonna beat you with a hammer, bro. Because there's just no way. There's no fucking... What happened there? There's no fucking way that you can actually believe that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That zone fucking sucks, dog. It's just not... We have to take the L every once in a while. We have to take the loss. By the way, if you are looking at me thinking, what is this guy doing? I have a perfect Chaos Emerald route for this. And it may not look the prettiest in the world. Tails, get the fuck down here. But it works, bro. It works. Like, give me a minute. You'll see. By the way, if I say anything dumb in this video that you don't agree with, or if, like, my points don't come across very well, I want you to know I will be standing behind the fact that I feel slightly sick, bro. I'm telling you right now, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. By the way, oh my god, I've been meaning to play this for so long on the channel. I was gonna play it frame one, second one, day one, and then turns out, little did I know, I was very anal about, like, the routes that I would take, and whenever I would do this, I really wanted it to be, kind of like, I wanted it to be perfect. And I decided at some point that I had to just, like, say fuck it, and I had to experience this game in a less than perfect way, and I had to run my route in a less than perfect way, or else I'd be sitting here for 30,000 years trying to get the perfect routing, and it just would not have worked particularly well, you know? So if I don't play well, can you guys cut me some slack? So something, I'm sick, bro. I'm sick. Let me have this one, dog. Let me have this one. I finally made it work. I had no idea where I was going. All of this was based on vibes. I used to know exactly where I was headed every single, like, second of the day, and now I'm just completely basing everything on vibes. This game, I haven't played it in a while. I haven't really been playing any classic Sonic for a while. I've been in a very, like, big, you know, modern Sonic era, and I've been playing a lot of the Boost Formula games and going back to some of the games that I haven't played before, and, you know, I've been slacking a little bit on the classic Sonic shit, and it's unfortunate because I think classic Sonic is really fun. I'm not going to sit here and tell you it's like one of the best things since sliced bread that everybody should go and play right now, frame one. It's not for everybody, and I've seen a lot of people play it and just, like, not like the type of platforming that it is. And that's fine, you know, they're dog shit, they don't get it. It's their fault, it's not my fault, it's their fault, but whatever, bro, it don't matter. There's another kind of ranty thing I want to go into, so I might as well do that while we're kind of going through these, you know, pretty basics. There's not a whole lot going on, is what I'm trying to say. I have seen another community concept crop up that I hate almost equally as much as the idea that this game is bad. And it's that this is a fan game. This was like a big thing close to release. Oh my god. Everyone after this game dropped, everyone who had never touched a Sonic game in their life, and even people that have, it was just like a big community perception to say this was a Sonic fan game. And I'm gonna throw it out there right now. No, it's not. No, the fuck it is not. This is not a Sonic fan game at all. And people are gonna be like, was it made by fans? Then it's a fan game, bro. But that concept doesn't make any sense. Because fans go into the industry all the time, but they're still in the industry. This was a game still funded and produced by, a company called Sega that produces video games. This is an industry game. This is not a fucking fan game. It's not. And just because fans had a hand in its creation doesn't mean that this game is a fan game. That would be like saying Ian Flynn's writing for the Sonic franchise is like fan stories. It's fanfic. Yeah, all of the Sonic stories we've gotten in the past few years are fanfic. No, people go into the industry and all the time, they work on things that they were fans of. Tyson Hess, bro. Tyson Hess designing the Sonic movie design. He's a fan of Sonic. He did fan shit before he started doing anything else. But he doesn't produce fan works. Yeah, or I shouldn't say. When he works with companies, he's not producing fan works for those companies. It just doesn't make any sense to me how people can go that route. And I get it. It's flashy saying that, oh my god, check it out. You know, it's a fan game. The best game ever produced in Sonic history is a fan game. Oh, Sega can't do better than the fans. Whatever. It's a flashy headline. It's a flashy concept. It makes Sega feel bad, and people were very, 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 very tired with Sega and their bullshit. So, like, I understand why it grabbed hold of this community, this community that loves, like, this kind of vapid, I hate Sega bullshit. Like, I understand why it gained traction. But also, guys, we're smarter than this. Okay, this isn't a fucking fan game. In no world is this a fan game. In no fucking world is it a fan game. And I'm just so tired of that shit, because I'll see it everywhere. I'll see it every which way, every single day. I'll see people dropping new shit, being like, it's a fan game. Oh, the best Sonic game ever made was a fan game. And this isn't something that just exists in the Sonic community. It exists out of it too. Like, a bunch of people that played this game when it dropped, and a bunch of like casual gamers will also say, it's a fan game, it's a fan game. No, God, no, it's not, bro. If a Mario fan picked up coding and decided to make the next Mario game, and they worked on Mario Odyssey 2, they worked on Donkey Kong Bonanza. Donkey Kong Bonanza is still a AAA game because it has funding behind it from a AAA company. It has people working on it that have years in the industry. Like, if you have people from the industry working on it, it's not a fucking fan game. What if Sonic Colors Ultimate had like one fan on the team working behind it, and everyone else was an industry professional? Is it suddenly a fan game? Where do we draw this line, bro? It doesn't make any sense. It's just the line needs to be drawn where the funding comes from, I feel. That's my take on it, and I feel like that's the only viable take you can really have, because once you get too deep into the weeds of it, like, oh, but how many fans worked on it? I don't know. Does it fucking matter? Like, is it a big deal, bro? I don't care how many fans worked on it. Did it get funding from the company that owns the property? Bam. No longer a fan game. Sorry, not sorry, you know? I was gonna say something heinous. I was gonna be like, if Sonic Omens got funding from Sega, God forbid, it would be official, bro. That would not be a fan product. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. I know it's really fun to say Sega sucks or whatever, but, like, shut up. It doesn't work like that. It does not fucking work like that. I don't care that Christian Whitehead was a fan and he worked on a fan game before, he dropped this game. I just do not. I don't care. I just don't fucking care. It could literally be entirely comprised of fans, but as long as the fan game got 2.5 cents from Sega, it would no longer be a fan game. Any amount of funding from the fucking owners of the property makes it not a fan game. TLDR, period, end of story. This is not a fan game, and I hate the idea that it is. I hate the fact that people are still parroting this, especially within the Sonic fan community, because no one fucking cares about this anymore in the grand scheme of Sega, right? No one's talking about Sonic Mania within the grand scheme of gamers, I should say, This is no longer a part of the broader gaming conversation. right? So why the flying fuck? Why are we, as Sonic fans, still sitting here parroting this, like, insane fucking, you know, game journalist narrative that this was a fan product? It doesn't make sense. Can we stop it for me, just for little old me, guys? Look, I've made 1 or 2 pretty popular posts on Sonic Twitter. You guys know me. I'm one of you, guys. I doom scroll on that website all the time, even though I don't want to. I don't want to fucking be there. Elon's a piece of shit. I don't want to be on that site anymore. But I'm there, and I'm making posts about Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm one of you. I'm one of the common folk. So can we, like, just for me, for one of the common folk, can we sit down and agree that this is a fucking stupid narrative that needs to go away? I'm sorry. I know I'm harping on this for eons, but, like, it's a big enough deal that I cannot stand it. I need some water. Hold on. I be yapping too crazy, bro. My mouth gets so dry. But, like, it's been a narrative for long enough that I feel like I need to comment on this. And people have talked about it here and there, but, like, guys, come on. And also, like, I personally believe that comparing this to a fan project also is dismissive of the work and love that goes into fan projects. Because yes, this is really good, this is awesome, but this got so much backing that fan projects did not get. You know, there's financial backing for this, and the quality of this project is indicative of not only an understanding of Sonic from, yes, people that worked with Sonic for a long time prior to joining the industry, but beyond that, they had time and money. Maybe not enough time, because Sega's really good at rushing games out because they're fucking stupid. But beyond that, like, they have money. They have money and time to work on it. And, you know, people are sitting there comparing, like, fucking Sonic Galactic to Mania and, you know, other Sonic fan games to Mania that exist in a similar vein. And that's not fair to those fan games, because they don't have the same financial backing that Mania does. And I feel like we're comparing apples to oranges here, and it's just not beneficial whatsoever. And I know someone's gonna fucking hop in my comments and be like, okay, well, you know, it was created by fans, stupid, and, like, completely ignore every single point I've ever made. That happens without a doubt. Like, every single video I talk about something controversial, some guy's just like, no, I ain't reading all that. It's like, okay, buddy, whatever, bro, whatever. But, like, I feel like if you're going to say this, at least understand the implications of what you're saying. Understand why people will potentially disagree with you, and then beyond that, understand why this may be an unfair assessment for people that do work on fan games. You know, I think that's a completely valid thing for me to ask of people. I feel like that's a completely valid thing for me to ask of you, the audience, and you, the Sonic fandom. Be kind to people that are in your space. Be nice, and don't treat their work with the same level of scrutiny as you would official work. You know, I don't think it's okay. I should clarify. I don't think it's bad to give scrutiny to fan works. I think that's actually a very good thing, because it helps people get better in general. Don't be overly kind to the point where you aren't providing them any valid criticism. But, like, don't sit there and be like, okay, well, this game's bad because it's not of the same quality as Sonic Mania or whatever. You know, does that make any sense? My nose is so fucking stuffy. It's because my brain is running at like 1,000,000 miles per hour, but does not have the energy it needs to keep up with my thoughts. And then, like, I'm falling apart physically, you know. There's gonna be a playthrough for sure, but I just needed something. I needed a little game to sit there and hold me tight at night while I go to sleep. I needed just something, you know. I wanted a little something to play and record, because I do miss it. I do miss playing Sonic Mania, and I've wanted to record it forever, and, like, just let me have this one, bro. I don't care if I sound fucking dumb or if my points don't make any goddamn sense. Just, like, pretend you agree with them. Go into the YouTube comments and be like, wow, Sendo, so smart, very good, you know? Just pretend you actually understand what I'm saying, even if you don't, you know? Because that would help with engagement. That would help me emotionally. That would, you know, I'd upload more Sonic if you guys say that you understand and agree with me and that I'm the smartest Sonic man ever. Like, that would be so kind of you, bro. That would be so kind. But anyways, if you think this is a fan game, you're stupid and wrong, and your parents raised you wrong, bro. There's just some amount of logical reasoning that does not function within your brain. You know, I'm gonna say it. I think you need medical help. I think medical help is the only thing that can stop you from being the way you are And I would say that again, actually. I would say that 13 million times over and over and over in your ear while you sleep, just to make sure that it actually sticks in your brain, big dog. That's how I truly, genuinely feel. And I would say it again. I would say it 1,000,000 times over. What am I talking about? I don't know. I'm starting to actually have to lock in a little bit on these. I don't remember how to play these special stages super well, so I'm kind of tweaking just a little bit. I'm in tweaker mode, and when I'm in tweaker mode, I just talk, bro. Every single thought that comes to my brain comes out into the fold, into the commentary fold, and you're just gonna have to put up and deal with it, bro. But I love when you get deeper into these and you can just like cut corners like that a little bit. Yeah, come here, Biggie. Yeah. And now we only have one Chaos Emerald left. I thought my camera was over there. I moved it around because I had to mess with things to set up like a monitor stand. And yeah, you don't fucking care. You don't care about me. You don't care about me as an individual whatsoever. You actually wish the webcam was off the screen, don't you? Don't you, Big Back? You wish the webcam was off the screen so you could keep eating this Sonic Mania food. That's what you wish. I know who you are. I know what you do for a living. I know where you live. I know exactly where you live, big dog. And I'm not the... It's the sickness, bro. It's the sickness. I might not record more than one episode of this tonight because Daddy needs a little brain break, bro. Daddy needs a little bit of a brain break. By the way, I've heard people complain about this before, this boss, because, you know, it's a very big content switch, you know? And I actually agree with that. I can actually agree with that perspective a lot. I think Puyo Puyo Tetris is fun. I really like it personally, so I don't get a whole lot of problems from this perspective, or this having to... TLDR, having to play Puyo Puyo Tetris does not make me upset. But also, I understand why it would upset people, because you're playing a Sonic game, suddenly a boss becomes Puyo Puyo Tetris, and it's like, it's cute, it's fun, it's Eggman's Mean Bean Machine, I get it. But, like, it'd be nice if the gameplay style matched up. Maybe if this was, like, a little early thing, and then they had an actual boss afterwards, that would be cute. But, like, this taking up the entire boss is a little fucking dumb. And a little annoying. And that's one of the few critiques I've heard online outside of, wow, the game should have more original stuff, that I actually kind of agree with. So, by the way, don't judge my capacity to play Puyo Puyo Tetris on what you're seeing right now. That would be so silly and goofy. Don't do that. That would be so mean of you, because, like, I'm not thinking right now. There's not a thought in my brain. You're gonna sit here and judge me based on my capacity to play a puzzle game while I'm sick? Really, bro? Really? That's what's happening right now? I'm gonna drop this over here just because I feel like it. Just because I want to. Just because I'm hungry for free points like that. Yeah, a little bit of this action, drop it there, and then this is what I've been looking for. One of these, yeah. Take that, take that. That wasn't super good. I don't... I'm really bad at Puyo Puyo Tetris. I think the only reason... Like, I'll play with friends and I'll beat them. I think the only reason for that is because I just kind of do shit. No, hey, not a twofer. Bro, a twofer? Okay. I've never seen Eggman last this long. I think I need to stop, like, trying. I think I just need to actually, like, just start matching shit up, bruh. Oh, you know what I need? I need a purple. Purple right there. That's beautiful. Beautiful. And then it'd be nice if I could get a twofer anywhere. I'm not asking for a lot. I just want a twofer somewhere in my life. That'd be so cool. Can I get a green? Okay, purple. I'll take that. And he still fucking sucked. That was the worst game of Puyo Puyo I've played my entire life. And he still sucked ass, bro. Whatever. Well, I win. He loses. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. That's the entire video, bro. I can't go longer than this. If I go longer than this, I'm gonna crash out. I can't. I can't. I'm too sick for this. I'm too sick for... Okay, get out of here.